Hey everyone, I'm Quinye and this is Quinvius. And I got to say, I watched the halftime Super Bowl and I thought Bad Bunny did good. I really did. There was nothing shameful, nothing inappropriate about the halftime show. And the halftime show has been going on for as long as there has been the Super Bowl itself. And all kinds of performers performed on the stage. And yes, even Hispanics have performed on the stage. And all before, nobody had an issue with them. But since it's Bad Bunny, everybody just all in a tinsel about it. I don't really understand why. The performance was good. It was a declaration to his history, to his culture. And no, he was not speaking in English. I can admit to that. We can all agree to that. But at the same time, as long as you can feel the vibe of the music, of the song, whatever language they're speaking in doesn't matter. I mean, do people really listen to the lyrics of a song about, I guess, maybe 90% of the time? No. As people mainly listen to music because they love it, they feel the vibe, they love the vibe, and I mean, sure, there are people out there that love to listen to music solely for the lyrics, but there are some out there that like to listen to music solely because they like the sound, they like the vibe, they like everything. And for people that sit up there and said, I'm not watching the halftime Super Bowl, I'm going to be watching the alternative halftime Super Bowl by Turning Point and Turning Point on whatever it's called, and the Kid Rock and everything. They show is being in a titsel over it. I mean, come on now. It's just the halftime Super Bowl show. He was there to perform, and he already let y'all know months in advance that the entire thing is gonna be in Spanish. And what people seem to fail to realize that Puerto Rico, that is a U.S. territory, therefore is part of the United States. And it may not be the 51st state, but it is still part of this country because it's a U.S. territory. So, therefore, legally, it is still part of the United States. And I thought that the halftime Super Bowl show was good. I really did. I thought he did really good. He kept it tasteful. There was nothing inappropriate, nothing, no bad words in the lyrics that everybody keeps talking about. And quite honestly, a week later and we're still talking about it. Why are we still talking about the halftime Super Bowl show a week later? It just don't make no sense. But hey, that's politicians for you. They can focus on everything else but the issues at hand. They really can. And I just don't understand why people feel the need to want to discriminate. And I'm not saying that you can't dislike Bad Bunny because you can. You can dislike him, but but don't dislike him, then sit up there and have an attitude when he's performing at the halftime Super Bowl show or performing in general. Like don't do that. If you're gonna dislike him, but don't get upset when he's performing. Just don't. Just don't. Nothing wrong with disliking him, but don't get upset when he's performing. Just don't. Just please don't. And again, I thought the halftime Super Bowl show was good. He represented his culture. He represented the history. And I'm not gonna lie, at first I was a little confused when they got to the part where they were climbing on the power lines and stuff. But then, as you know, somebody with common sense would do, I looked up the significance on why they had the power line poles, and it was because Puerto Rico doesn't have a very good grid system. And being that we have a president that's not willing to help out anybody in need, that just made things worse. But Puerto Rico has a history of their power grids not being the best, constantly losing power and stuff. So that's when I went, oh, okay, so that makes sense. And that's all he's trying to do, just represent his culture. And that's all he's trying to do. He's just trying to show people his culture and his history. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with learning about somebody else's culture and history. It's really not. And these politicians act like, I don't know, he just went up stage and just showed it all and did it all. And that's certainly not the case. He was just up there to perform. He performed. People felt the vibe. They were dancing. It was all good. All good. But of course, here we are, 5 days later, people still talking about it. People are still talking about it, and it's just not good. But hey, in this day and age, you cannot please nobody. It doesn't matter who they would have had performing. People will always have something to say. Something very negative to say about a halftime Super Bowl show. They really would. They really would. But again, I thought Bad Bunny did good. He showed his culture. He showed his history. It was a declaration of pride and unity that we all certainly need in this day and age. So, I thought he did good. But them politicians and everybody else didn't think so. But you know what? Someone did say that you just have to sit there and be like, we don't care. We don't care what you say. We don't. Don't care what you say. We don't care what you say. We don't care what you say. We really don't. Because what you got to say on the matter has nothing to do with the show. It happened. It was good. People loved it. So let's move forward. And again, I thought Bad Bunny did good. It was a declaration and pride to his culture and history. Okay, so thanks for watching. If you like this video and want to see more, please click the subscribe button below. And I'll see you guys next time on another video. Okay, bye. Da, 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 da.